YouTube, what's the deal? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Lil Wawi, and today we're gonna be reacting to everyone named in P. Diddy's sex abuse lawsuits. Let's see this shit, cause this nigga P. Diddy been going crazy. Nigga, you peeing on Young Miami. They talking about you got school buses transporting kids at nighttime and shit. You and Meek Mill, my nigga. My cousin gonna send me that shit. That shit, that alleged leaked tape with the sound. What the fuck? That shit not right, bro. You do that on... You just a weird... kinky ass, weird ass nigga, man. God damn. Then you got all these kids coming to your shit. Justin Bieber was at your shit. You had Usher. You and Usher was wrestling over what I got in my bowl. Frosted Flakes. Psh, and I ain't have to wrestle for mine. I went to the kitchen and got the last bit of it. This is mostly sugar. And that's what you got a lot of in your tank, nigga. And let me clarify. Because I know the Karens and the people that care so much about the world and can't take jokes. I'm not saying no homophobic shit, but this nigga's a weirdo, and y'all know he a weirdo. Now let's get into it.
So I think we're about to see something on the level of Epstein, Weinstein to the power of 10.
From members of the royal family,
I don't even know who that is.
Grammy and Academy Award winners, we're breaking down all the A-list celebrities named in court docs against P. Diddy, along with some startling accusations.
I mean, first of all, that entire filing was just gasp worthy. I'm not seeing a scenario where he can escape liability, criminal liability.
He's been known for years as a renowned rapper, producer, and label executive who goes by the names P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, or his legal name, Sean Combs.
I would never call this nigga the second one. I'm not even gonna say that shit.
Whatever name you want to call him, he's no stranger to legal troubles. Just this week, both Diddy's homes in Miami and Los Angeles were raided by Homeland Security. According to former prosecutor Melba Pearson, they're likely looking for some specific evidence.
The feds are doing raids at 3 different homes of P. Diddy, including his homes in California, in Florida, and in New York. And what I think they're looking for are videos. So basically, P. Diddy had a habit.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Diddy. I'm not even calling you Diddy because that's too close to... I'm not gonna lie, Sean. That sound like I know you too well. Mr. Combs, I ain't gonna lie, that shit crazy. You doing all this crazy shit and you recording it, my nigga? What you be doing with them videos, weirdo? You fucking weird. God damn.
Allegedly, based on told to us through the filings by Cassie Ventura, they have all said that the habit
she kind of bad.
Liking to video.
She look like my girl a little bit.
Abusing other people, or forcing other people to abuse each other for his pleasure, and would record all of that. So I think those are some of the things that the feds are looking for. I think they're looking for other types of evidence to corroborate the statements that were made by Little Rod, by Cassie Ventura, and the other people have come forward saying that he did abuse them. So they're looking for corroborating evidence and basically the building blocks to put together what will end up being a massive criminal case.
So far, Diddy hasn't been arrested, but he has already faced his fair share of legal issues. Last year, Diddy's ex-girlfriend, Cassandra...
Boy, let Diddy try to do... Mr. Combs try to do some shit like that to me. I'm coming back with every gun possible and I'm airing your whole shit out with all my friends, all of them. I'm airing your shit out. I'm gonna be outside your house 25/8 waiting for your ass to come outside. I don't care about no security. They could get shot too. I don't give a fuck. y'all gotta stop letting these people do this shit to you. I know that it be like, I know like y'all, you know, when you in this type of predicaments, you're not letting it, cause of course you're not letting it happen. But some type of shit like that, a nigga ain't getting away with doing some shit like that to me, bro. I'm making my whole life goal to get this nigga. If I was these people, I would have shot this nigga. He killed Tupac. I'm shooting him. And then I'm doubling back and I'm hitting your grandma with a switch. And your son. Just cause they affiliated, nigga. Hell no. Y'all gotta stop. Yeah. I don't know. That shit crazy. This nigga weird.
Ventura, who you probably know as singer Cassie, accused him of sex trafficking and sexual slavery. She alleged that Diddy raped.
Everybody not telling the same lie. And why are they saying that word? Because I heard that word gets you yellow marked. Let's say R. There we go.
So severely that she was bruised. Cassie also alleged Diddy made her have
he
sex
looked
with
like that type
and recorded it on video. She also says he forced her to carry a gun. Cassie
sued
him under New York's Adult Survivors Act and settled with Diddy outside of court just one day after the suit was filed. Joy Dickerson Neal also filed suit against Diddy under the Adult Survivors Act, accusing him of drugging and sexually assaulting her back in 1991 when she was a college student at Syracuse University. Diddy was slammed with yet another
nigga built like a beanbag
lawsuit last month, this time brought on by music producer Rodney Jones, also known as Lil Rod. The 73-page lawsuit lays out dozens of allegations against Diddy, including that he forced Lil Rod to hire prostitutes and have sex with them. The court doc also claims Diddy himself assaulted Lil Rod, but that's not the only bombshell allegations revealed in the detailed documents. Lil Rod doesn't shy away from publicly naming other celebrities he says assaulted him.
I don't know that Cuba Gooding Jr. is going to escape from that one.
Let's start with the allegations against Academy Award-winning actor Cuba Gooding Jr.
Oh, I know that nigga.
Lil Rod alleges Diddy was, quote, grooming him to pass him off to his friends. This fear became reality when Mr. Combs introduced Mr. Jones to Cuba Gooding Jr. when they were on Mr. Combs' yacht. There's actually photos.
He only doing this shit to niggas that he could tell that he could turn that way. God damn, y'all niggas need to get on y'all program, cause you can't let this nigga punk you. God damn, this is hell no, bro. I don't care how much money this nigga got. He ain't, fuck no. He could send a damn mercenaries after me. Hell fucking no. Fuck no, you ain't getting me to do shit. Nigga, you can say you gonna kill everybody in my family. I don't give a fuck. I ain't doing none of that. Got me fucked up. Nigga, shoot my kids or some shit. Cause I ain't doing it. I don't give a fuck. You do what you need to do. Cause I'm not doing shit willingly. And if you try to do some shit, just best believe I'm on your ass. Boy, I'm on your shit. And you might be 60, 70 years old in your wheelchair. Bitch, I'm still gonna hit you with a damn Glock. You ain't getting away. Fuck no. Why is these people... It's too many of y'all that he did this shit to. Y'all ain't been on the yacht with him and y'all all said, you know what, fuck this shit. We killing this nigga. Cause I would've rised up and I would've tried to do something. Fuck the Illuminati. Shit, I ain't scared of dying. I would've went on a suicide mission. Niggas, hell no.
Of their interaction together too, which are laid out in those court documents. In the first pic, you see Diddy and Cuba talking with Diddy's arms on Cuba's. In the next pic,
and he loved,
Rod
love feeling on people. Weird ass nigga.
Quote, Cuba Gooding Jr. began.
I hate people that always touch you while they talk and shit and be up in my space. Move, damn.
Groping and fondling Mr. Jones's legs, his inner thighs near his groin, the small of his back near his buttocks, and his shoulders. He rejected his advances, and Mr. Gooding Jr. did not stop until Mr. Jones forcibly pushed him away.
In the last couple of years, there were allegations against him for sexual assault. So now we have those prior allegations, and now we see him.
Bitch, you got an Apple Watch on your wrist? I mean, on your finger? What that look like?
Case as allegedly trying to, assault a little Rod, assault others.
That
Back in
nigga
2019,
hair
Kuba was booked on misdemeanor
fucked.
charges of forcible touching and sexual abuse after he allegedly groped a woman in Times Square. By the next year, 3 women had come forward accusing him of non-consensual sexual touching.
Oh, so this nigga be doing shit too.
With prosecutors that required 6 months of counseling but no jail time.
I'm getting the feeling where there's smoke, there's fire, right? Because now we have 2 different instances where you're accused of the same type of behavior, years apart. I think there's something there. And I don't know that Cuba Gooding Jr. is going to escape from that one, because he already saw definitely people moving away from him within Hollywood circles and other circles once those first sexual assault allegations came out. So at this point, I don't think he's going to get away with it a second time.
Is it possible that he could face charges based on these allegations that were brought forward by Lil Rod?
It is possible as well. Again, we've got the statute of limitations issue to deal with. So depending on the time frame of when this happened is, again, the Adult Survivors Act, which was the vehicle where many of these lawsuits came out, many of these civil lawsuits, came out, there was a finite amount of time for those suits to be filed. Time frame is going to be very, very important. What witnesses come forward, because again, this may not be a situation where DNA may be at play. This may be more of a situation of, hey, yes, I was there and I recall, Cuba Gooding Jr., putting his hands on Little Rod, or I recall certain aspects. So it's going to be a very witness-intensive type of case.
Look how he looking.
And the question is, will the witness...
That nigga, Mr. Combs turned that nigga. Psh.
...be willing to come forward.
Lil Rod's lawsuit also publicly named another celebrity linked to Diddy, Jennifer Lopez.
From the standpoint of
not J-Lo,
the celebrities that were...
I love Jennifer Lopez's voice. Hearing that shit on Warzone, I'd be like, ooh, the zone closing, baby. I like Jennifer Lopez. Why you do Jennifer Lopez like that, nigga? Probably why she don't fuck with black niggas now. God damn. Fucked it up.
The fact that Jennifer Lopez was tied to this back when she was involved in a party to a shooting at a nightclub when she was dating Diddy, and is now alleged to have brought the gun with her to the scene and gave it to Diddy, and that's how the shooting occurred.
Lil Rod's team brings up J-Lo when establishing Diddy's history, writing his, quote, Rico enterprise has existed for at least 20 years, dating back to the 1999 nightclub shooting in NYC, when Mr. Combs required his then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez to transport his illegal firearm into the NYC nightclub. The court docs allege Diddy forced his then-artist Shine to assume responsibility for the shooting of several individuals. All this happened back on December 27, 1999, when a fight broke out at a nightclub. Diddy, J-Lo, and rapper Shine were all there, and according to former rapper Mark Curry, Diddy paid Shine $1 million to take the fall for the shooting and serve a 10-year prison sentence. Lil Rod's lawsuit now suggests it was J-Lo who brought the gun. The fact that she's named as somebody who was carrying a weapon, could that be incriminating for Jennifer Lopez?
It can be, but with a huge
she
caveat,
was forced.
Right? If I'm not mistaken, that shooting did not result in a death. I know that someone was harmed, but I don't believe anyone was killed. Because of that, you have the statute of limitations to deal with, which is basically a prolonged amount of a certain amount of time that a prosecutor has to be able to bring charges against someone. And it varies from state to state, but the one thing is consistent is that there is no statute of limitations on murder. So if Diddy had actually killed this
J-Lo starting to look her age a little bit.
Now J-Lo could be brought in.
I wonder how all these baby mamas and old people gonna look in the future because of all this plastic surgery and tattoos. We gonna be some tatted ass grandpas and shit. I know I am. Shit. Old ass wrinkly ink on me. But fuck it though. I'm still gonna be him, not them. As a grandpa. Nigga, I'm still shooting. I'm shooting AKs and doing all types of shit like Papa Jim was doing. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
To the mix as a co-defendant because of the fact that the person has passed away. But if the person is alive and maybe they had serious injuries or whatever the case may be, statute of limitations would run, and it is highly likely at this juncture that statute of limitations have expired. Therefore, she does not have any criminal liability. But the reputational damage might be a different story because now she's branding herself as something very different than who she was back then. Back then, she was very much Jenny from the block. She was, dating a variety of hip hop artists. She was very much in that world. Now she's married to Ben Affleck. She's trying to, portray herself in a different manner. So now her past is going to come back to haunt her, and we don't know what that's going to mean for her future in terms of movie deals, music deals, or anything like that. So I think for her, it might be more reputational damage than criminal liability.
Pearson says it's possible Jennifer Lopez could file some sort of defamation suit, but it's not likely.
She could, but at the end of the day, when it comes to defamation and those types of cases,
I don't really think she was forced because it ain't out the ordinary for, your female to hold your, that ain't out the ordinary. But yeah, nah, she passed him. She knew what she was doing, but she could say that she was forced.
So if he has some sort of receipts to basically prove that, hey, I was right there, I saw her the same way in the filings, you saw a number of different screenshots and pictures that he submitted to support the different points that he was making. If he has some pictures to substantiate that she was carrying the gun, it's going to be very hard for her to say in good conscience in a court of law that, this wasn't true, he's made this up, and now as a result, I've lost, money, I've lost opportunities and things like that. There's going to be too much evidence out there connecting her to this that is going to be very hard for a jury to come back and say, yeah, he's making all of this up.
But it's not just artists that Lil Rod named either. He specifically mentioned Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, in his court documents. It reads in part,
what the motherfucking Prince do?
Known for throwing the best parties, affiliation with and/or sponsorship of Mr. Combs' sex trafficking parties garnered legitimacy and access to political figures, artists, musicians, and international dignitaries like British Royal Prince Harry. Why
hell
name
no.
Prince Harry? There's no allegations against him or anything, but why bring him up?
I think it may have been a move to bring more credibility to the filing and say that, basically he being Diddy, was using his fame, fortune, and influence to insulate himself. So he was able to legitimize some of the activities he was doing by having these lavish parties, bringing all these A-list celebrities, but somewhere in a back room or somewhere in another wing, horrible things were happening. So the fact that Prince Harry was there does not necessarily mean he was participating in what was happening. And just because you're at a party doesn't mean you know what's happening in every inch of the house. I mean, you can think about it. If the party,
he was active. They probably was on that white girl. Probably told him go to the room real quick. Came back. Nigga was having a party of his life. Everybody looked like they enjoyed it. Look at Kanye.
Parties being thrown in a mansion, there are various floors and wings. So it is completely possible that he was there and did not participate. Now, you had said Prince Andrew, especially as a result of the allegations that came out in connection with the Epstein case, that they were close and that they traveled together, and there was a person that alleged that he had sexually assaulted her while she was underage. That would be a different story. But Prince Harry and the way that it was mentioned seemed to be very, again, just sort of trying to bring legitimacy.
No, y'all just like Prince Harry, so y'all gonna try to make it seem like he ain't do nothing. You don't know what Prince Harry did, just like you don't know. Prince Harry could have been the one doing it the most.
These were the people that
y'all pick and choose
himself by to protect himself.
So
everybody guilty. Everybody's getting looked at if they was at the party. Everybody getting looked at if they was at the party. Everybody in Diddy phone getting looked at because we need to know what's going on. And let's start with Meek Mill.
but the name association could cause damage to his reputation. Even so, Pearson says it's not likely he files any sort of defamation suit.
It's possible that Prince Harry may be able to preserve his reputation. But again, just in light of everything him and the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, have been through, I truly really hope that, he's able to completely distance himself, maybe make a statement, because again, since he is not necessarily under the umbrella of the royal family directly, so in other words, Buckingham Palace would not be releasing a statement on his behalf. It would be him releasing a statement and saying, yes, I went to X party, but no, I never engaged in any inappropriate behavior or other details that he may see fit to share. So that's going to be, we're going to have to wait and see on that one. But again, since it was such a minuscule mention in the greater context of this filing, he may be okay.
Pearson compares Prince Harry's association with that of President Bill Clinton, who'd been seen with Jeffrey Epstein before his arrest.
And there didn't seem to be much said around him actually engaging in activities, more that he was present at the parties. So I don't recall seeing a lot of fallout on the part of President Clinton from that association.
Speaking of Epstein, Lil Rod's court docs draw a parallel between Diddy's alleged crimes and Jeffrey Epstein's. Epstein died by suicide back in 2019 when he faced numerous charges of sexual assault over the course of multiple years. His longtime companion, Ghislaine Maxwell, was charged and found guilty of sex trafficking in relation to her time with Epstein. She's currently serving out a lengthy prison sentence. Lil Rod compares Diddy's chief of staff, Christina Cahorum, to Ghislaine Maxwell, saying she ordered sex workers and prostitutes for Mr. Combs and ordered and distributed ecstasy, cocaine, GHB, ketamine, marijuana, and mushrooms to Mr. Combs.
I don't even know what GHB and fucking ketamine is.
His celebrity guests who were present on his rented yacht and in his homes in LA, NYC, and Miami.
Under these cases, when you have these high-profile people that have been using people over years, these cases happen without a handler. R. Kelly had a handler. Epstein had a handler. Weinstein had a handler. Everybody has those scenarios of those powerful people, powerful men that are abusing other people. They have someone that does their dirty work. And it's usually not only just one person, it's several people who may have different duties. So again, seeing this woman being his handler, being the person to get him drugs, being the person to procure sex workers for him, being the person to basically be on cleanup duty in case of, covering up or silencing people that might want to come forward, that's not unusual. And she is also going to bear the brunt of criminal liability, just like Ghislaine Maxwell did, and basically had to take the entire brunt of the criminal justice system alone because of the fact that, Epstein committed suicide and was not able to be held accountable.
According to Pearson, Diddy and many of his associates will likely face federal charges, but it's not totally clear when. And what do you think a timetable would look like for all of that? I know that there's a lot of evidence to gather over many years, but is it possible that a federal indictment could be just around the corner?
I would hesitate to say just around the corner, because with all of the experience I've had with his office approaches cases, they do not move until they have you fully, they have you dead to rights, basically. So they are going to take their time. They're going to collect all the evidence. They're going to speak to as many witnesses as they can. They're going to follow every single trail, every single lead that they can before they go to an indictment. There can be continuances.
Who is that?
Other things that can delay the case. But once you file that charge,
he looked like a weird nigga. What the fuck? Fucking pause right there for.
The clock starts ticking. So that, when I was a prosecutor, I always
I thought she was about to say when I was a prostitute. I was about to say, bitch, you was at Diddy house yourself.
My detectives, anybody that I was training, that you get all the evidence you can up front, and then you file
I don't like he
charges.
did this girl
So
like
when is
that.
it possible that we would actually see him being arrested or facing any of these indictments? Could it be
All
months
of
down the
them.
line?
I feel that it would
Fuck
be
wrong with you,
months down the
bro?
line. I would not be surprised if it was before the end of this year. Because again, this is going to be a massive investigation involving at least 3 states, much as we saw, but I'm not saying that.
In a statement, Diddy's attorney Sean Hawley denies all of Lil Rod's allegations. He writes, quote, his reckless name dropping about events that are pure fiction and simply did not happen
You
is
lying.
nothing more than a transparent attempt to garner.
You lying. Diddy lying. That's why he left. If everything was regular, he would have fled. He would stay where his houses were. He wouldn't be trying to go to no places where they can't get to him. That nigga's guilty, and he gonna go to jail eventually. Or he gonna end up killing himself, or he gonna disappear like he made Tupac disappear. This is the end of the motherfucking video. Like, comment, subscribe. And if you don't, I don't know. Oh shit. Alright.